Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today, let's make a long-sleeved ice-dyed geode. To start, I have the shirt laid out flat on my table, and I'm going to use a washable marker and make a mark where I'd like for the center of the geode to be. The geode center is not going to be this shape. It's just going to help me kind of keep track of where I want the center to be as I'm tying the shirt. I'm going to pinch the top layer of that fabric right in the center of that geode shape, lift the shirt up off of the table, and kind of give it a shake. I'm going to let it fall naturally. Then I'm going to lay it down on my table and slide my hand down to the very end of the fold or the shirt, and that's where I'm going to start tying my geode. I'm using sinew to tie lines in my geode because sinew is wax coated, and when I take that sinew, wrap it around on top of itself a couple of times, then I gently pull until I feel the sinew start to catch on itself. I'm going to keep pulling until I can't pull anymore, and that sinew is going to lock down on itself, and when it does, it's going to form a waterproof barrier on that line. So the dye is not going to get under that area, and that part of the shirt is going to remain white. Sometimes when I do geodes, I pull some of the lines really tight, and some of them I don't pull quite as tight. I think it's kind of interesting to have some of the lines really white and some of them just kind of faint. You can do whatever you want to though. I found also that if you'll notice as I'm tying this geode, there's a pretty good chunk of fabric here. So even though I'm pulling the sinew really tight, and even though I may get part of a white line, the white line may not go all the way through the shirt. What I mean by that is the fabric on the inside, the white line may not be quite as defined in that fabric as it is on some of the fabric on the outside of the shirt where I actually have the sinew tied around it. Again, with a geode, I think that looks kind of cool. I think it makes it look more natural, and I think it looks more interesting. You know, whenever you look at a geode in nature, the lines are not perfect in that geode. Some of them are wider, some of them are more narrow, some are more defined than others, and I think it looks really natural and cool. So that's kind of what I'm trying to replicate when I tie geodes. I'm also trying to keep my fabric as messy as possible. If you'll notice, I kind of grab fabric and bunch it up. I'm trying to keep the fabric roughed up. I don't want it to lay perfectly. That causes some extra folds and interesting shapes in my geodes. I'm also varying the distance between each of my sinew lines, trying to keep that pretty random, putting some of them closer together, some of them further apart. As I get in toward the center, where the center of the geode is going to be, I am actually going to kind of separate that fabric and take my sinew down in between a couple pieces of that fabric to divide my center into two centers. I'm going to tie one center and then go back and tie the other center. You can divide your center into as many little geodes as you want to. Then before I place the shirt aside to dry out, I'm going to straighten it out a little bit. I think it's easier to apply the dye to the top when it's a little flatter. So I'm going to straighten my geode a little bit, make it a little bit flatter, and then I'm going to place it aside and allow it to dry out completely. I get better color saturation in the center of a geode shirt like this, or a thick fold, if the shirt is completely dry when I apply the dye. If you'd like a little more information about this topic, I have a blog post out on my website that addresses this in more detail, and I have a link to my website down below this video in the description. Okay, so the shirt is completely dry, and for this geode, I thought I would do a color combination of purples, grays, and blues. I'm using quite a few colors, but if you don't have this many colors, just kind of make do with whatever you have. For my setup, I have a plastic tote, and then over the top of the tote, I have an expandable colander. I'm going to place the shirt down inside of the expandable colander, and it won't go in there totally straight. So the very end portion, I'm going to twist that around and force it down into this colander. Using a colander like this is going to help me from having to make an ice barrier. So I'm going to use this instead of making an ice barrier and dyeing this shirt on a rack. Also, because it is completely dry, I'm going to lightly spray it with some soda ash solution that I have inside of a spray bottle. Speaking of dyeing on a rack, you can dye these shirts on a rack, which is what I normally do, and make myself an ice barrier, or you can even dye them in the muck. I normally don't dye most of my geodes in the muck, just simply because I like to make sure I get good color saturation. When I put a shirt down in the muck, I can't monitor the color saturation as easily as I can if it's rack dyed. Just a personal preference, you can do whichever one you want. Okay, so when I apply the dye, I'm going to do it as randomly as possible as well. I'm going to apply some of the dye to the sections, some of the dye to the sinew lines. I'm going to apply more than one dye color to some of the sections. And because I am keeping it so random, I'm going to apply quite a bit of dye because I don't want to have to try to turn this shirt over and add more dye to the back side. So I'm going to add quite a bit of dye the first time and then just continue adding layers of ice to force this dye down through the shirt. So let me tell you the dye colors that I'm using on the shirt. For the purples, I'm using Imperial Purple, Plum, and Deep Purple from Dharma Trading Company. I'm also using Vintage Purple, Purple Twilight, and Plum Wine from Dye Spin. For the grays, I'm going to use Brushed Steel, Ashes to Ashes, Charcoal Gray, Gunmetal Gray, and Black Ice from Dharma Trading Company. And Ashes to Ashes is a special order Dharma color. You can still purchase that in large quantities, or you can usually buy a smaller quantity of it from a tie-dye group called Tie-Dye Supplies Marketplace, which is out on Facebook. I've got a link to that group down below this video in the description. I'm also going to use a little bit of Silver Lining at the very end, which is another Dharma color. For the blues, I'm using Sapphire Blue, Azure Blue, Snow Maiden, which are all Dharma Trading Company colors. Then I'm using Moody Blue, Ice Dye Blue, and Blue Linen from Dye Spin, and I'm using Hyacinth from Pro Chemical and Dye. Again, I know this is a lot of dye colors, and if you don't have this many dye colors, just use the blues and purples you have. You can add in other colors, you can change these colors. This is just, I'm using what I've got. And I'm using each one of these colors more than once on the shirt. Okay, so now that I have the dye on the shirt, I'm going to place an additional sprinkle of dry soda ash over the top of the dye and add on a layer of ice. Now over the top of this layer of ice, I'm going to add a pretty generous amount of Silver Lining from Dharma Trading Company. This is going to kind of just fill in any of the bare spots and add a little dimension to my geode. After the first layer of ice melted, I came back and I had quite a bit of undissolved dye left sitting on top. So I went ahead and added a second layer of ice, let that melt. Ultimately, I ended up adding about 3 layers of ice before I just left the shirt alone and allowed it to process. I let it process about 48 hours before I began rinsing it. To rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink and I began rinsing it in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. Then I went ahead and warmed the water up to hot, and continued rinsing in hot water to try to rinse out the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. I untied the shirt, and then instead of just rinsing for a long time, I decided to soak the shirt. To do that, I placed some really hot water in my utility sink, added some Blue Dawn dish soap to the water, placed the shirt inside, and allowed it to soak. When the water cooled off, I changed it out, and I continued that soaking process until my water was remaining almost clear. Then I placed the shirt along with some Dharma's Professional Textile Detergent into my washing machine, and I washed it using a hot water cycle. Okay, so this shirt has been washed, dried, and ironed, and let's see what this color combination looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think this one ended up being really cool. You know, I like purple and blue and purple and teal together, and I think adding in that gray, grays just have so many color splits, and it breaks up the purples and the blues. So I really like that combination of the purple, blue, and gray together. I also like the shape of the geode. I think that turned out really cool. I didn't intend for it to be this way, but the very center part of the geodes are all kind of a dark color. That was just a fluky thing. I also ended up with a cool shape on the shoulder of the back of the shirt. And I really love all of the color variations. You know, purples have got such a range. I mean, they can be kind of a pinky purple, blue purple, and then same thing with the blues. And I really have all of those cool colors showing up in this shirt. I have some teals. I have kind of a couple magenta-ish colors, more red violets and more blue violets. I just think the mix of colors makes it very interesting. And the shapes. And like I said before, I do have some definite white lines, and I have some that are a little more muted and not as defined. And I like that. I think it makes it look more natural and makes it look more like an actual geode. So overall, I really love this shirt. I think it looks super cool. But what do you guys think? Please drop me some comments down below and let me know. And if you've enjoyed the video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.